Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to talk about our energy needs, right? Dun dun dun. This is like the big secret that's out there, right? You guys might have heard this in another channel or in another time anywhere else, and sometimes people still come to me and say, I still don't know where to begin. I feel lost. I feel like I've tried everything. Fat loss is a lot more simple than most people think and know. It's not easy, okay? And one of the reasons it's because it comes translating those energy needs numbers into actual foods. That's where a lot of people get lost, okay? So we're going to talk about that in detail. Okay. First of all, what are energy needs? We talked about energy needs are calories, right? How many calories we need to survive, do the activities that we need to do, exercise if you're doing that, right? But at some point in time, if you want to lose fat, you have to consume less calories than what you are outputting, okay? And some people were like, well, I don't want to track, right? Well, just know that the more efficient and the more you know, the more you can do something about what you know, okay? It's often said that, well, if you don't know where you want to end up or go, how do we know how to get you guys there, okay? So if your goal is fat loss, we're going to talk about that here, okay? So now your energy needs, your calorie needs are really dependent on your height, your weight, your activity level, and your current muscle mass, okay, that you have. If you have more lean mass, yes, you are going to need more calories, okay? So I'm going to make a very detailed video and walk you guys through the math because I know the math can kind of sometimes gets a little shaky for some people, okay? And I'm going to simplify that for you guys, okay? So, but I wanted to give you guys a general overview in case in the future you are adjusting your own food guidelines and you need just like a refresher. This is that video, okay? Now, the reason why I say food guidelines, it's because remember, coming up with a meal plan is different than having food guidelines. First and foremost, registered dietitians are the only people by law that they can give you meal plans, okay? There may be other nutrition coaches out there and they legally can give you food guidelines, right? The stuff that's out there for the general public, such as my plate information and so forth, okay? Don't be tricked, okay? Make sure you get a qualified person to give you guys what you need, okay? Now, and let's be real, nobody really eats like the same thing every single day, okay? Unless you're competing. If you're a bodybuilder, I am with you. I've done competitions. When I do them, I am to the T, like eating the same thing every day. But even then, I might be off by like a gram or two, okay? However, the general population, if you're just here to lose, I don't know, whatever, how many of your pounds of fat, 10, 20, 50, okay? Whatever your goal is, it's doable. And I want you to understand that you can do it, okay? I know sometimes you may feel hopeless, okay? We're gonna take care of all of that, okay? Hang in there with me. We're gonna get you there, okay? Okay, so going back, it all really matters with one, like I said, your energy needs depending on a lot of different things, right? That aside, okay, different video for that. We're gonna look at into the energy needs from coming from carbohydrates, your energy needs coming from protein, and coming from fat, okay? If you're trying to set your food guidelines, okay, protein, one of the biggest friends that we have when it comes to fat loss, okay? So it is recommended that about zero point 0.7 to about 0.1 gram, okay, of your target body weight, okay? So once again, let me repeat that. It's about zero point 0.7 to 1 gram, okay, of protein per pound of your target body weight, okay? I'm just giving you numbers here, so I will break down the math in another video, okay? Carbohydrates. Current dietary guidelines show that carbohydrates should be consumed anywhere between 40 to 60% of your total daily calories. Yes, the more active you are, the more carbohydrates you will need because carbohydrates are made up of the molecule glucose, which is the basic unit of energy where it gets formed. ATP is made out of glucose, okay? That's like biochemistry stuff that I can get into you guys one on one, okay? But our basic unit of energy, ATP, comes from glucose, and glucose is what makes up the carbohydrates, okay? That's why you see marathon runners, they eat a whole lot more carbohydrates than, let's say, a weightlifter, right? Because there are different energy needs, okay? Now, fats, okay? Fats is really whatever is left of the top two, right? In your terms of calories. But if you're talking about percentages, you're talking about anywhere between 30 to 40 is considered a healthy consumption of fats, okay? 30 to 40% of your total daily calories. Okay, now if you're coming from the math standpoint of, okay, let me reduce the fats because they're the ones that have the most amount of calories, so if I take that, it'll be easier for me to come down into that calorie deficit. Okay, safely speaking, in a healthy manner, the Dietetics Association recommends that a 25 to 30% of your total daily calories coming from fat is considered a low fat diet or a low fat way of eating. Okay, anything below that, we kind of run into some issues. Remember, you need fat. Fats are good for you. However, fats are fats and they have a lot of calories they can rack up. Could you gain fat off of eating healthy fats? Absolutely. If you overconsume avocados, seeds, anything that falls into that fat category, you will inevitably gain body fat. Okay, so just because you're eating healthier foods doesn't mean that you are in a calorie deficit. They're two different components, two different things. Okay, I don't want you guys to get misguided by anybody or anything out there. I hope this was helpful, guys.